The amazing George Michael. Thanks for being with us this week. Our production team, of course, has, as usual, been Janine Meyer-Smith and producer Phil McGarvey. We'll all be back with you on Monday at 9:30. Please join us then. But right now, one more time, here's Vanessa.
Thank you, Ken. Hello, this is Vanessa Felt sitting in for Jeremy Vine, and on the programme this lunchtime, the energy regulator Ofgem has announced an 80% increase in the energy price cap, meaning the average household bill will rise to more than £3,500 in October. We discuss the best solution to the energy crisis. As bin collectors extend their strikes across Scotland, we look at the situation in Edinburgh. If you live there, what have you been doing with your rubbish for the last week? Did you have a nightmare trying to find a lodger or flatmate to live with? And finally, the return of Gladiators. Are you a superfan? Or maybe you were on the show? Please email your comment to vine@bbc.co.uk and include your name and phone number. You can text your point to 88291, or you can WhatsApp us on 08000 288 291. BBC Radio 2. But first, here's the news with Justine Green.
Thanks, Vanessa. Good afternoon. The boss of Ofgem, which sets the energy price cap, has admitted the news that it will increase by more than 80% will be devastating for households. From October, the typical annual bill in England, Scotland and Wales will rise above £3,500. The Chancellor Nadhim Zahawi blamed Russia for the soaring prices and said more help would be given to those in need.
We'll get this 37 billion to people's, to help them for now, and then more will be coming because we know this will continue in January and, of course, on to April and next year. And we have to remain resilient, because the message I want to be able to send to Mr. Putin, that the nation wants to send, is this will not work.
Merseyside police have arrested a 36-year-old man on suspicion of the murder of 9-year-old Olivia Pratt-Corbell in Liverpool. She was shot as a gunman attempted to force his way into her home on Monday. The suspect is also being questioned on 2 counts of attempted murder. Around 115,000 Royal Mail workers across the country have walked out in the first of 4 scheduled days of industrial action in the coming weeks. Their union, the CWU, called it the biggest strike in the UK since 2009. Our correspondent John Donnison is at a picket line in East London.
The reason for this strike is a familiar one. It's pay. The union saying that they've been offered a 2% pay deal. In fact, that's been imposed on them, they say. They say that's simply not enough. Royal Mail, for its part, saying the offer is closer to 5.5% with various conditions. But at the moment, both sides say that they're willing to continue talking, but they don't seem close to reaching any sort of agreement.
6 more council areas in Scotland have joined a bin strike in a dispute over pay. The industrial action, which began in Edinburgh, has spread to other major cities. Unions and council bosses are expected to hold further negotiations this afternoon. President Zelensky has accused Russia of leaving Europe just one step away from nuclear disaster after the Russian-occupied Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant was temporarily disconnected from the power grid yesterday. Ukrainian officials said a fire caused by Russian shelling had led to the incident. The UN's nuclear watchdog hopes to send inspectors to the plant very soon, but Yuri Sak, an advisor to Ukraine's defence minister, says this won't solve the problem.
The ultimate solution to this problem, of course, is not just admitting the inspection of the International Atomic Agency to the site. The ultimate solution is a complete demilitarization of the nuclear plant. The ultimate solution is making sure that the Russian soldiers leave Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, because this will be the only guarantee that nothing major happens.
Emmanuel Macron has insisted that the UK is a strong ally of France after the Conservative leadership hopeful Liz Truss said the jury's out on whether the French president was a friend or foe. She made the comments at a Tory hustings in Norwich last night. Mr Macron said the 2 countries would always be friends, despite the odd error by Britain's leaders. BBC News, it's 12:04.
Listen live on the BBC Sounds app.
Coming up, the average household energy bill will rise to more than £3,500 in October.